Hey everyone.
Hello, hello.
Okay, quit. Silly. Okay, we're here just letting everything get fired up and some more people get here.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep.
14 people. 14 people.
Mm-hmm.
It
Well,
looks
so
like a
does it.
million.
Quit working. Do what?
It looks like a million.
A million.
There's a lot of
This
comments.
won't work. Is it working on yours?
Yeah.
There it goes. Okay. I can see.
Hi guys.
Okay. So let's see here. Can you read from that far?
Kind of. We're all here and on time from 3B. Hope y'all are doing well. Cowboy says hi to Abby and Izzy.
Hello.
Izzy, you gonna talk? No? Okay. Cat's got her tongue.
Travels and Gardening with DJ said hi, everyone. Just want to
Hey there.
let you know this is the new channel name as of yesterday.
Good deal.
There's Connie.
Hey, Connie. How are you?
She said hello, Abby and Izzy.
Hello. Hi.
There's one Scott.
Hello there. Lynn from Virginia said hi.
Hey there. Amanda Doll says hi. There's Lindy.
From Texas. Hi there.
Pam.
Hello, Pam. Hey, Meg.
Jennifer.
Hello.
Jumping.
There's Neil.
Oh.
Said, hey guys, here for my desperately needed Abbiness smile therapy.
She's here.
Okay, Lynn said she's from Virginia Beach.
No. I'd like to go to the beach.
Patty said, hello, everyone. Hoping you all are having a good evening.
Hello, Momo.
Oh, yep, there's
Then
Momo.
Momo's.
Hello, Momo.
Momo's here.
There's Debbie.
Said, hi, y'all. Isabel said, hi, girls, and Kevin and Kimberly.
Hey there. Angel says hi, guys.
And Connie said, I look more like me. Yes, I have been able to wear it down a little bit more. So, small steps.
She's getting there.
Yeah.
But we had the doctor's appointment today, so
We'll
got
tell
some
you
news
about that
from
in a bit.
that. Let's see.
Reba from Harrison, Arkansas.
Say that again.
Arkansas. I know I said it a little
You said it
country.
very country-like. I was like, what?
I didn't mean to.
It's Arkansas now.
You're so silly.
She's a little goofy tonight.
Yeah.
Pam said,
She didn't
hi,
work hard
Abby.
enough
And
today.
hi, Izzy. She helped Momo and Granddad today.
Yeah.
There's Stephanie.
Hello, Stephanie.
Said, how are y'all girls doing tonight?
Good.
They're silly tonight. Well, one silly, one sleepy.
Yeah. She looks very sleepy.
Patsy said hello from East Tennessee.
Hey there. Lynn Holly
said hello, Grounds family. How's everyone doing? How are you doing? I am doing well. Much better. We'll tell you a little bit about the doctor's appointment here in just a few minutes once we get caught up, but it was good. Brandon said, oh, it's on the wrong account. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful night.
Yep. Oh.
Yep.
There's Jessica says, hey, Abby and Izzy from Lindley.
Hello.
Donna said, hey, y'all from South Georgia. Hello there. Momo said she's here to see Abigail and Isabel smiles.
Izzy?
I'm tired.
You're tired? No smiles from Izzy.
Lynn said, I look good. Thank you.
Yep.
Neil, I'll only be here for a little while. Got people coming to do the work they were supposed to be doing while I was away in... I can't read that from here.
ELY, but I don't know.
Wow.
Crazy Life Homestead. Hello, gang. Franklin, Kentucky. Glad you're feeling better.
Hello, ladies.
Yeah.
The ladies.
Brandon said that means the next time that we come down to the farm that you're going to have to get dirty. You won't have any excuses.
Well,
There's Tina. Says, hey, everyone. Cindy Lee. Hey,
Hello.
Grounds family. Lynn
Lynn
says, wonder who's sleepy.
Not me.
Not yet,
I
anyway.
bet you're not far behind, though.
Yeah.
Pam wants to know how you're feeling.
I am feeling a lot better.
Yeah. We'll
Ben-
have an update a little bit later.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm definitely have made significant improvement, I guess, in the last week.
yeah.
So
Trip to the Eddies did it.
There's Granddad. Granddad made it. Said, hi, girls. Where have y'all been? Think he knows, huh?
Yes.
Kay says, hello, everyone from Pennsylvania. We love the videos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see. I think we're getting close to getting caught up.
Isaiah's granny said hello from Southern California, Mojave Desert. Hello there. Neil said, thank you for the smiles, Abby.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
Tina said, only 24 thumbs up and 48 on. Everyone go hit the thumbs up to show your support. Thank you, Tina.
And then Pam wants to know, how was the trip to the Eddy farm? It's good.
It was awesome.
Yeah, we will actually have a video out on that tomorrow.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. It was great.
Yep. Super busy.
Yep. Had a lot of fun, though.
Didn't have a whole lot of sleep, but we stayed busy.
Yep. 3B said, hopefully Cowboy is like Izzy tonight. He didn't want to go to bed last night. We think it was a growth spurt. He was very playful.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, Izzy wore out. Are you ready to go to bed now?
Do you need to go to bed?
No? Okay.
Okay.
What about you?
What? Me?
Yeah.
Nope.
Brandon said time flies when you're having fun. That's really true because it seems like they wasn't here very long. Yeah, I know.
I know.
That's one thing that we talked about
Mm-hmm.
is that even though we were there for, I guess, 3 full days,
Mm-hmm.
that we wished it was longer because, like I said, it blew by.
Yep.
But we had a lot of fun.
Lynn says, Izzy, it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. Doesn't take very many muscles to smile. That's true.
She's not too smiley when she's sleepy.
Yeah.
How can you from? Yes.
It looks like a fish. Catfish.
Rhonda said, hi from Illinois.
Hey there, Rhonda.
These girls are a little silly tonight, so.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Not me.
Not you.
Well, one is silly, one is sleepy. Correction. All right. So,
Y'all have anything y'all want to talk about?
yeah.
Oh, wait.
Huh?
Fred.
Fred?
Yes.
What about Fred?
Follows me up.
Yes,
Her
he
cat,
does.
Fred,
Yeah,
follows her
Fred the
everywhere.
cat.
He's famous.
He's everywhere.
He loves
Doesn't matter. We can be in the pasture, he's with us. In the greenhouse, he's with us. Outside trying to shoot a video, he's with us.
and he meows. Crazy.
Yeah.
Meow, meow, meow.
It's on your.
Meow.
There's the Izzy smile we're waiting for. And they said that y'all both have pretty smiles. So nothing y'all want to talk about? So nothing you two want to talk about specifically?
Yeah.
Okay.
You stuck?
Are you trying to get up? Are you trying to readjust? What are you
Oh,
doing?
your foot's stuck.
Connie said, I saw when you visited Brandon and Stephanie, they have a lot going on there.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Yep. Lots of excitement.
Mm-hmm.
Hello from Maine. Love your channel from Bonnie Anderson. Thank you for that.
Yep, thank you. Cindy wants to know, how are the rabbits doing?
Great.
Yep. I check on them every day.
My favorite breed of bunnies is the lion heads because they're the funniest things ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your lion head
They
bunny.
are pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm. Pam said, who watches the animals when you're away?
Generally, it's my mother.
Yes.
She's usually the one that lives just right across the pasture from us, so she usually holds down the fort when we're gone.
Mm-hmm. Mary said, hi from Apple Valley, California. Did I hear earlier you're in Arkansas?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yep, we are in Central Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to go? Huh?
Do you need to go bed?
No.
You sure?
Sure.
That's false.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
you
so.
can go.
All right, come here, baby. Let's go get you tucked in. I'll be back.
Sure enough.
How about you?
Nope.
Sure?
Okay, just a couple more minutes and you probably need to go bed too, okay?
Yep.
We need to catch up on
Y'all
some.
had a big day. Everybody say good night. Okay. What time is it there? It is 8:13.
I'm gonna be jockey when I'm a grown up.
They normally stay up a little bit later, but she's super tired because they had a big day at their grandparents' house today, so she's wore out.
You know what I'm gonna be when I'm adult?
What?
A jockey.
Yeah, she wants to be a jockey on a racehorse when she gets older. Win the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah. The money. So money.
What?
Get some
She's gonna be a jockey and win the Kentucky Derby to win some money.
Some money.
You're silly.
Pam wants to know if we live near any of the Duggars.
Huh?
No.
Your
They're
hand.
oh me. I have to
Wait.
go thumbs up to fix that. Nope, it's not working. Okay, it got the thumbs down in the background. It doesn't get the thumbs
Okay,
up.
calm down. Calm down.
Okay.
You should be
Keep up, you're gonna go to bed. No, they're up in like northwest Arkansas,
Somewhere up there, yeah.
around Fayetteville or something, which is probably 2.5 hours from us.
Yeah. Mary said she was born in Bauxite.
Okay.
Ah.
Bauxite in California now. Let's see.
Jessica said, I wish mine went to bed at 8.
They normally don't.
Yeah.
Like I said, they went down and they did a lot of work today at
They
their
were,
mama and granddad.
they were up a little bit earlier today than usual, too. Or than they have been lately.
Yeah.
Wait, Jessica said that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna call my house?
Lynn said, Abby and Izzy, you sure are two beautiful girls. I love watching your videos.
Thank you.
Hamming it up tonight.
They want to know, how are the calves doing?
I got licked by Buck. Buck came up and licked me.
Tell them.
Buck came up and licked me. He's huge. He was born literally that big.
Yep. Calves are getting
Yeah.
super friendly.
And then one of the calves, the older calves.
We'll get some more videos of that sometime.
Yeah.
And then there's this one. Its name is Bob, and it's new and so pretty. It's adorable little face. Oh.
Isabel said we're 2 hours ahead of them.
Okay. Gail said, hey there, friends. Kimberly, you look great. Yay. Yeah, to the Kentucky Derby. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Brandon wants a little bit of your energy.
Okay.
We could bottle it up.
Yeah.
Nope. And where would you put it?
We'd
Where would you
sell
put
it. or put it in Energizer batteries.
I would take it out of the battery.
Energy drinks.
Yeah.
I don't have none of that.
Oh no, I can imagine if
Okay.
you were.
Susan says, hello from Huntsville, Alabama. Your family is awesome. Kimberly, you look great, and your girls seem to be a big help on the farm.
Yes.
They are.
They are.
Huge help.
Me too.
And Kathy Bannister said, hi, Grounds family. You all look great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Jennifer said, I was born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky, where the Kentucky Derby is run.
Ah,
Yeah. I want to pet the horses. I want to ride them.
she just wants to ride.
Yeah.
Yes.
She loves horses.
Meg said, your calves are adorable.
I know.
Yeah, that's one thing that whenever we were out at the Eddies, there was a stable or a horse ranch or something we drove by
Every day.
every day
There.
on the way out there, and she just wanted to stop and ride the horses there
I
so bad.
needed you. There's a little hole.
Yeah,
It was
there was.
orange.
Okay.
Nancy said, hi, guys.
Oh. So cute though.
Hey, Nancy, how are you?
Hello.
Connie was saying it's a hot day there.
Hot
Here
here too.
Lynn said, laughter is a medicine for the soul. Thanks. Yep. It's good for everybody, isn't it?
Yes. Okay, let's see what else. I don't want to get too much into our trip
Yeah.
out there yet because a lot of it hasn't
Be in the video.
come
and-
out yet.
Yes.
So that'll probably be more of
Videos.
a next week
We
topic.
can,
Yeah.
I know what we can talk about.
What?
Rascal.
What do you want to talk about,
What?
Rascal?
He's so sweet.
He is.
And he just
Mhm.
comes up to you. Just so cute.
Yeah, he went through a little stubborn phase for a little bit, but
He's out of it.
he is out of it now.
Hey. What's your faces for?
I don't know.
Yeah, Rascal went through a little phase where it was mostly with Izzy and occasionally with Abby that he'd go up and he'd want to kind of ram them a little bit. More like nudge. I mean, it wasn't like
Nothing.
he wasn't
hard.
trying to hurt them. He wasn't like running at them to do it, but they would get a little scared. I guess he thought it was a game, so he'd get a little worse. But like I said, he stopped that after a few weeks of it. So
Yeah.
Now he just comes up there and touches you.
yep,
Mhm.
he just wants to be loved on.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rose is just beautiful, but she's crazy.
Rose.
She climbs everything.
She
Like
what?
goats do.
We just need like this rock thing with a huge pen with a roof on it and a bunch of rocks they can climb on.
A goat jungle gym.
Oh,
Maybe we can build something like that sometime. But
and then a horse.
Snowflake. Snowflake looks like she'll have babies soon.
Really?
Just waiting.
She's getting very, very close. So
Crazy Life Homestead says they have to go. Have a great night and week. Thanks for stopping in. We'll
you too.
catch you next time.
She's humongous.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she's getting very, very close. We
Wait,
keep
what?
looking every day, so
I'm so excited.
but she's doing good.
I hope
so.
it's a little girl because we've only gotten boys.
Alrighty. It's about time for you to go to bed too. It's about time for you to go too.
Yep.
Go get some rest, okay? Because you're getting super goofy.
I'm sleepy.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
come on.
Sweet dreams.
Bye bye. I could win the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah. You can win it in your dreams. Okay. We'll get readjusted and get things going. Let's see. Get caught up here. Let's see. Oh, Brandon's listening and feeding the animals. Yeah, that's what generally we did it earlier today. Usually we wait until about this time just because it starts cooling off and the weather's a little nicer. But since we were going live, we got it done about 5:00, 5:30.
Yeah.
But no, we get it. If it's a early live with somebody, there's a lot of time we're still working while they're live and just having to listen.
Yeah.
Jessica said, Abby Lindley drew you a picture and she asked, can she send it to you in the mail?
I'll answer for her. Yes. Abby's sleepy. She said she's gonna roll over and go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, was it last night or which night was it that she was asleep before Izzy? Because that was like never happened.
Night before last.
Okay. Yeah, they barely got in bed, and before we even made in there to tuck her in good, she was already asleep.
Lynn said, what's the picture of behind you and the sign? That's one we bought a long time ago, before we had kids.
Yeah.
And the sign is one, it was a door prize from something, but
So it's homegrown.
Homegrown.
With a windmill on it and a cow.
Yeah.
Silhouette.
Yep. It's just cute. So, and then this is we got our school area behind too. So
Yeah.
don't mind the mess.
Homeschool books.
Yeah.
Got all that stuff in the other day, and Izzy has actually already started.
Yeah.
She was ready to start first grade. Says she's going to get done with it in second grade before the end of her first grade year, so that she can be caught back up with where she would have been with all of her other little preschool friends had she not had a late birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, her birthday was past the cutoff, so
yeah, she missed the cutoff, and so all of her friends that she was with went to school a year before her, and we weren't homeschooling at the time, and so we weren't able to do it. So she wants to catch up, and so the curriculum we have, it has like a 6-month plan, and so like she started the other day, and she did 2 lessons on her first day. So she says she's going to do that every day whenever she's doing school. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if she'll maintain that, but she loves learning, and we're glad, because I was not a huge fan of school. I like learning stuff, but I only want to learn stuff I'm interested in.
Abby actually told me yesterday, which it was kind of late in the day, but she said she wanted to start doing some lessons.
Yes.
So she's ready to get started too. Just she may want to ease into it a little more than her sister does, but I mean, she's going into 5th grade too, and not just first.
Yeah.
So 5th grade's a little more challenging than first.
Yeah, but no, what our plan is, because we don't want Izzy to get burnt out either, so we'll let her try for a while, and then if she gets done at the pace she's going, she would be done like in November.
Yeah.
So we may let it stretch out with some breaks and stuff to get her to December. Let her start 2nd grade in January, and then she might run into a little bit of the summer with it, and then start 3rd grade in the fall when she normally would have started 2nd, but she'll be caught up with everybody else that was in her school. And if she changed her mind and wants to slow down after we get started, that's fine too, because she doesn't have to get a year ahead. That's her goal, not ours.
Yeah.
But if she wants to do it and puts in the work, we'll let her.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Kathy said that's great. You're homeschooling? Yes, it's been really good. It's been
last year was our first year. Kind of had I had a little bit of mixed feelings about it at first, mostly because I didn't have so much problem with homeschooling, but it's just, I guess, the fear of failure, because I'm like, if something happens, it's our fault that they didn't learn what they were supposed to, but they did great at it their first year. So unless something major happened, there's no way in the world we'd go back any other way, because they both love it. It's good for us, especially with rotating work schedules and stuff. We're able to kind of do school around my schedule, so that if I have a day off in the middle of the week and we want to go do something, we can do it. And they just do school on the weekends or something. So and then plus, whenever they do multiple lessons or like get lessons ahead, then that gives us some free time too. Because last year we started about 2 weeks before the regular school year started, and they were done in April.
For the end of April.
This year, what our plan was to start in July.
Yes.
Because that's when it's super hot outside. We're not doing a whole lot on the farm in the middle of the day because it is so hot. And so they could do school during the day while it's hot. And then it gives time for more breaks in the prettier weather, or for them to get done earlier in the spring.
Yes.
And when stuff's really kicking off with the farm, get that going. This year we had a little bit different of an issue because whenever she had to have surgery, it put us behind on everything, and so we're just pretty much treading water, trying to stay afloat right now. The gardens are late and everything else, but we finally are starting to get that to turn around. But we'll have a video out on that soon, also.
Yes. Lynn said your farm is therapy for me.
Well, good. Thank you.
Thank you. Pam wants to know how old the girls are. Izzy is 6. She'll be 7 in September, the end of September. And Abby is 10. She turned 10 in February. Brooke wants, I'm assuming it's Brooke. Is it overwhelming teaching 2 different grades? If we have another baby, that's something we've thought about. How far apart we would want them to be with the grades, etc.
How do you think that's Brooke? Just because it's a homeschooling
I just
question.
figure it probably is. Sorry, Colton, if that's you. No, it's not. I mean, there was a learning curve to it for sure, but I mean, I was also homeschooled growing up, and so I saw how my mom did it. But I mean, she would, which we also did last year, we did video-led lessons also. I mean, it was still the parents, we still graded everything and all that. But then we transitioned to more of the books with Abby and videos with Izzy. Just because of the phonics that they were teaching, the way they were teaching it, I really, really appreciated. But I mean, if it's something that I was having to sit down and do with Izzy or Abby, whichever one of them, I mean, I would get the other one started on something more independent and then go work on whatever that other lesson was with the other kid.
And
so there's ways around it.
The video lessons, I probably pushed a lot for those more so anyhow, because I was like, at least that way we've got a backup and we know that a teacher did it. Because I was like, just in case, because I know if it was me, I may not be the best teacher. I might know how to do it and can show them, but being a teacher for it was not really my thing. And so I was like, at least with the video lessons, there is some instruction there that they can have. And then plus, like some of our days are busier than others, and it allows them we can multitask. They can be doing school and get the instruction with that while we're working on something else if we have to. Yes. Or if they had to, if they were at my parents or something during the time, they could still do their lessons because they just watch the videos or at work with her. But Abby, it got to a point on hers that she didn't really do well with the lessons. I mean, she was fine with it, but she didn't like them. And because they would work at a different pace than what she was at. And Izzy, she would just fly so far ahead. The deal with her, though, the reason we kept the video lessons for her, she can read, but there's a lot of stuff she still can't read well. And so it would help where it's a time saver a lot of times because she can do the lessons with the teacher and stuff. And she wanted to do the video lessons because she really enjoyed them. But there's a lot of times that she'll get all of her work done and is just watching the lesson while they're still doing it because she's at a very fast pace with her school. Yeah.
So it's Abby. We actually transitioned to doing, because we were doing all of Becca last year. And Izzy's still all of Becca. Abby is mostly a Becca, but we added in a couple other curriculums for her this year to work on a couple of different areas that felt like would be better suited for a different curriculum. And then I asked her, I was like, well, do you want to do videos? Do you not? And she was like, no, I don't. Which at the end of the year, I don't even know that we weren't even doing them with her.
On some of them she was, just not.
Well, we got to where she wasn't even at the very end. Because I wanted to try it because she had already expressed that she really wasn't wanting to continue with them that long. So I was like, well, I need to try it. That way I know if that's something that we can even work with our schedule since we do both work.
Yes.
But it's worked out. So, and it is Brooke.
I figured it was. I was just giving you a hard time whenever you automatically assume that.
Lynn said, Abby and Izzy are rare. Not many kids nowadays want to start school early nor want to learn. Kids nowadays just want to be in their iPads or playing video games.
They do like to get school early, but they like their iPad time too. We just have to limit it.
Yes.
Because if it was up to them, they would be on them a lot. At least during the day. Like, so they love to be outside, but if it's too hot, like they'll be outside for a while and ready to come in for a break. And they like to play some games and stuff. But like I
Yeah.
said, we've got parental controls on it where they get locked out after a certain time.
Yeah.
And you can also limit the apps and stuff.
Yes.
So, but they've got a couple of games that they like to play in their downtime whenever they get to. But
yeah,
like I said, they love the farm and animals. So generally outside's where they like to be.
Yeah.
Unless it's just like sometimes it's so miserably hot we have to make them come in because they'll get up, and there's a lot of times that they'll still be in their night clothes, and I'll look out and they'll be outside taking care of animals and whatnot. So I'm thankful for that.
Yes. Nancy said next year will be a banner year for you. We're hoping
Hopefully
so.
so. That was supposed to be this year.
Yeah.
And then the surgery came up.
But but that's been a blessing.
Yes.
Pam said hello from down under, from Sydney, Australia. You're looking well, Kimberly. You look back to normal. Thank you very much. I'm feeling a lot better. Lynn said, I'm kind of like you. I have disorders that make me be gluten-free. It was really sad to hear about your hospital experience. So did you serve in the military or just the police department?
Just police officer. I was not in the military.
Well, you want to talk about today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
So went to my appointment today.
It was her first post-op appointment, which was 5 weeks after surgery.
Yeah. Tomorrow will be 5 weeks from day of surgery.
Hey, Cassie. I'm actually catching you on time today.
So went in there, waited a little bit, but then the doctor came in and he was asking me how I was feeling. Checked the incision, said it looked great. No extra swelling or anything where he was concerned about a leak. The cerebrospinal fluid. And he was asking how I was doing, about my symptoms and everything, about the nerve symptoms I had down my arm and all that. I was telling him that, the nerve symptoms kind of come and go, numbness kind of comes and goes, but it's not like pain. And when I went in for my visit today, she asked me one of the big things for me. She said, what's your pain level from 0 to 10? And I said 0. And that is not something I have said for 9 years, guys. It is crazy. I have not had a day without pain in 9 years. So it's really, really awesome. But then he asked me if I was satisfied with the outcome of surgery. And I said, well, yes, for sure. I'm feeling so much better. I haven't had a single migraine since I had the surgery. I'm feeling a lot better. And, the main thing was just a little muscle tightness here and there, but nothing unbearable. But he asked me 3 times if I was satisfied with the outcome. And then he asked him and about symptoms and everything too, and his assessment. And he kind of stood there for a minute, and then he said, well, let me tell you the reason I'm asking this. And I was like, we were like, okay. But he said that whenever we came in, he did, which we told you guys, that he told us that, there's no guarantee that this was going to fix anything. And he had questioned, why nobody had ever said that I had Chiari malformation. And he was like, it's there, it's mild, all that. So he wanted us to go home and weigh the options and then decide. And he did the EMG, he did the, all that good, all the testing. Nothing else stood out. So
it was pretty much going to be a gamble of whether it would work or not. And that's pretty much what he said. He goes, I'm not saying you should get the surgery. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just telling you, if you choose to get this surgery, I'm willing to perform it.
Yes.
And so, but he's like, I can't guarantee any changes or anything like that. So, oh, there's more to that.
There's more to that story. There's more to that story.
Yeah.
But he said I was really questioning, if it was going to help you or if it wasn't. And I was like, okay. And he said, the day he came in, the day after he did the surgery, when he came in to check on me, and I said I could feel my hand, he was like, it's too early. He's like, he said, in my mind I was going, no way. There's no way. There's no way.
I thought she was crazy.
I guess he thought I was crazy. Maybe thought, I don't know. But he said, but he said, I honestly wasn't sure if this was going to help you or not. He said, when I got in there, he said, the cerebellar tonsils, he said, they were very enlarged. He said, so I felt whenever, intraoperatively, I really felt like, okay, yeah, there's something I can fix. And he said, everything that he told us that he might do, he did. He went in there, he opened up everything. He cleaned everything out. He shaved those down. He opened up the fossa, the opening at the base of the skull. And then he put the patch on there, all that. And he said, and so, he said, there's always a pretty significant risk for a leak. He said, but you didn't have a leak. That was good. And his nurse, he said he only did this, he typically only did the surgery on kids. He said most of the time it's kids that have to have the surgery.
Before he said that though, he's like, what he said that he's trained up in it. He has fellowships in Chiari, and he's done hundreds of surgery. And he's
Yes.
like, but generally they're in kids.
Yes.
And so I'm thinking, you didn't tell us this before. But it's all the same.
He said, or somebody with like a significant malformation, not, where it's considered mild like mine was. But he said, he got in there, he was like, okay, I feel more justified doing it, but then he still wasn't sure about the outcome. So he said, I kept checking and waiting and hoping, there wasn't gonna be anything pop up. And his nurse said, he asked me every week, how's Kimberly doing? Have you heard from Kimberly yet? Has she emailed? Has she called? And she said, every week, at least once a week.
So pretty much he's been a nervous wreck, wondering if this was all going to fall apart because, like I said, with it being the mild stuff, it's like he wasn't sure, but he was hopeful. Yes. And so I guess he was just waiting for this day to come for us to come today because I guess he's been on the edge of his seat, like, is something going to go wrong, and hoping we were satisfied. Because he's like, I normally don't ask people if they're satisfied afterwards, but this is why I'm asking. And so it made a lot more sense why he kept asking all those questions every time. Because at first it's like, does he think we're crazy or what?
Well, he seemed very reserved in the hospital, like very short. Like he was just very, but he was very like pointed in his questions, and like he asked a lot of extra questions that I was, I mean, why is he asking that? But now it makes more sense because he was just trying to, hope and justify that this was actually going to fix things. But he was very happy, and he was all smiles about, the outcome of everything, and said, so how it is now, I was on a 10-pound lifting restriction, couldn't bend over, couldn't drive, all that fun stuff. Now I have a 15 to 20 pound lifting restriction. He said, no straining. No straining. He said, absolutely no straining. He said things are probably healed up in there, but he doesn't want to jeopardize that at all since I'm doing so well, especially. So I go back in 8 weeks. I am allowed to return to work as long as I stay within my restrictions, which my boss said they would gladly allow me to return and, make sure that I can maintain those restrictions. And then I can drive now.
It only took us about 20 minutes into the drive home for me to be like, why am I still driving?
I was like, I'm getting work situated. I had to let my boss know that I was able to come back to work.
Because I get tired of driving all the time. So I was just like, yep, now you get to drive me around.
But yeah, there was that. Anything else about? Okay, yeah, I said I go back in 8 weeks. And I get to go back to work on Thursday. And
there was a funny moment though.
Yeah, there was.
We're going along, and he's like, so everything's going good. He goes,
except for
the problem with the nurse. And so the first thing I think, I was like, oh no, he's seen our video. I was like, somehow it popped up and he's watched our video. And then he kind of laughed about it. He's like, you'll forget about that. And I'm thinking, nah.
I was like, well, it's just the one nurse. And then he said that the charge nurse had mentioned to him. I was like, we were like, okay.
But yeah, and it just so happened. And then I was talking about lifting restrictions because I was like, so for how long till we come back or what? And he goes, why are you wanting to know? I was like, well, we have a farm.
Yeah.
And I was like,
apparently the nurse
lifted bags of feed and stuff like that. And he goes, how much do they weigh? I was like, 50 pounds. And he's like, no. And then I just happened to be wearing Brandon's shirt. He's like, is that your farm? I was like, no, it's our friend's farm. Like, don't go look at it though. No, he didn't know he was on YouTube, but
Yeah, no, but
yeah, no, he's like, no lifting bags like that. And I was like, well, I wasn't meaning for her to do it right away, but I didn't know, like, is this lifting restrictions? It's something that's, he's like, it should be healed well, but he's like, just to make sure. And so that's the reason I didn't know, was that restriction till we came back in 2 months, or was it just for so long? And so, I mean, it's not like I was going to have her out there lifting bags of feed today when we got home. But.
Yeah, he said, no, you can do it for now.
Yeah.
he said you can take care of it till she comes back to see me.
Yeah.
He was, because last time we saw him and in the hospital, he was just very cut and dry, straightforward. He was nice and everything. He sat there and answered all our questions and all that.
Yeah, we've never felt rushed with him.
But like this time he was relaxed, or at least after he initially came in.
After he found out
that things were good, especially after he explained everything.
Yeah, he was very relaxed and told some jokes, was funny, told us a couple of stories about some other things that happened with other surgeries, and it was a lot better. But like I said, it made a lot more sense after he explained that pretty much the reason is because he's like, generally if he does one, all these other doctors have already said, yeah, it's Chiari. He goes, but the fact that nobody pointed out and then he's doing it, it's almost like his reputation was on the line. Yeah. It's like, did I mess up or did I do right? And it's like he didn't want it to be a failed situation. And so I told Kimberly, I was like, yeah, you'll probably be in a paper someday that he writes about the patient that had symptoms but didn't have. Yeah, it was mild, but that it could surgery could work on that. So
yeah, he told me that because I asked about like exercising and things, because I work in physical therapy.
Bye, Neil.
We have, there's where I work, we've got a gym attached and everything. And I was like, what kind of exercise am I allowed to do? He said, what do you like to do? And I said, well, before my symptoms started getting really bad over the last 6 months or so, I like to run. And he said, oh yeah, you can run. And he just said, like no major weightlifting or anything or straining. Yeah. So that's really good though, because I've been wanting to get back to running, but there was too much pain involved. And now that there's not, then I'm going to ease back into that after a little bit of being back at work, and I'll be on my feet a lot.
She needs to get back in the groove because she's not done that in a while. But now she can feed buckets at a time instead of scoops at a time. Not up to bags yet.
Yeah.
But no, so it was a good day. And like I said, after he explained it, it made a lot more sense why he kept asking because like I said, every time he'd ask all those questions, because he'd ask her and then he'd look at me and ask me, like, it's almost like he was interrogating to see if the stories matched. But and then when we got in there today, he asked, are you going to talk or is he going to talk? And I was like, she can talk. I was like, it's her deal. But then after he asked her, he still asked me, because one thing he asked was about the snoring, if the snoring was better. Which
I was like, well,
it depends on how she sleeps. If she sleeps elevated, snores like a freight train. If she is laying more flat and kind of on her side, then she doesn't. He said that the Chiari decompression could help with that. It just takes time. So.
Yeah, and he said that there was
he called it some sort of apnea.
Type of sleep apnea, not obstructive sleep apnea, but a different type.
Peripheral?
No, not peripheral.
No.
Central sleep apnea.
Yes.
He said,
no clue what that is, but
he said, I haven't had time to research it, but he said that more than likely that is what I had, and that this Chiari surgery should help with that over time. But he said it may take a little time for that to go away. But he was pleased with the outcome, and so were we.
Yes.
So
Susie asked, how's everything on the farm? Pretty good.
Yes, very good. Yep, all the animals are doing good, and we're just having to, if we work outside, we have to take breaks because it is so hot.
Yes.
Yesterday we could only work for about 20 or 30 minutes at a time. We had to come take a break. Yes.
Yeah, it was, and mostly it's the humidity.
Yes.
It's hot, but the humidity's been so. You just step outside and drenched in sweat. It's terrible. Plus the work we were doing, like I said, it's pretty rough, but
at least you were.
We made it, yeah.
Because I was holding a.
Lynn said you had a doctor that cared. Yes, absolutely. Like I said, we've been very happy with him the whole time. Like I said, it
just took a long time to find him.
Yes, yeah, because we've been through 7 or 8 different neurologists to get to this over a period of 9 years.
Yes, a long time.
And most of them just wanted to push medications, and
Mm-hmm.
He's actually fixed it and
Yeah.
is pretty much telling her to get off all of them.
Yep, I'm glad.
So
They
he
told
gave her a
me-
wean down program, and
They told me in the hospital just to continue with my normal medications until I was told otherwise. And then today he asked me what all I was taking, when I'd started it, what it was for, which it was all for the migraines and the nerve pain. So he gave me a program to cut down on all that, to get off everything, which I already wasn't taking a couple of things, just because I hadn't had the need for it.
yeah.
Like my quick act migraine medications and stuff. I mean, if you don't have a migraine, you have to take it.
So pretty much in 3 or 4 weeks, she should be pretty much off of everything. And then
Yeah.
we'll know for sure.
How it's going.
Yes.
Oh, Carolyn Lancaster, did you tell her hello?
Oh, hey, Carolyn. Sorry. Missed it.
Pam said, what an amazing outcome. So very happy for you.
You're
Yeah.
whispering again when you read.
Oh, sorry. Don't mean to whisper. Freedom. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Not full freedom, but a lot better than it was.
Yeah. Jacob Jones said, so happy that you can go back to work.
Me too. Our bank account will be too.
Yeah, for sure. Pam said, no more driving Miss Daisy.
Nope. Nope. I'm glad that she'll be able to drive again, but she'll probably just do short distances for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, because being in the car for very long, it still kind of bothers me a little bit. Not bad, but just I still keep a pillow if I'm riding more than 30 minutes or so away. So
Dean said, oh wait, Jennifer. Yeah.
So happy for you all and such a great outcome. Yes.
Yes. Dean said he quit whacking weeds. Hey Dean, how are you?
Carolyn said my husband's not able to drive anymore. I have to do all the driving.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's been me for the last 5 weeks.
Yeah.
But not anymore.
Tina said, I'm glad you're allowed to drive and go back to work.
Yes.
For sure.
And then I told Neil bye earlier.
Okay.
So glad you had a good doctor's report and get to go back to work.
Yes.
Debbie.
And Lynn as well.
Yep.
Talking to Dean. Trying to catch up, guys. Connie said, wonderful to be pain-free. Yes. I mean, I still have my moments where I'll get if I get too hot or something, I mean, I might have a slight headache, but Tylenol will resolve that. So that was not the case before.
Yes. Yeah, used to Tylenol wouldn't even touch it.
Mm-mm. Carol Larson, hello from Wisconsin.
Hey there.
Loma said, hi, everyone. Hello there.
Hey, Loma. Gail said, that's great news, but just take it slow.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. And that's what I told her at work. I was like, ease into it, which she's only going to be there for a day and a half this week. So
yeah,
it'll kind of see how she is. And I just told her, I was like, don't overwork and don't do anything that's going to get you hurt or mess anything up because it's just not worth it.
Two of my coworkers have already been scheming on how to run my schedule so that I don't have any lifting patients on there and things stay easy and no fall hazards or anything like that. Because those were typically the ones on my schedule, but they'll have to be offline for at least another couple months. But that's okay.
Essentials from the brain. Oh, Dean says start running on grass, not gravel.
Oh.
And then central
that's what I kind of figured since peripheral would be periphery, but that makes sense.
Pam wants to know your work schedule. Usually she works 2 half days and 2 full days.
Yeah.
It's generally a half day on Monday, a full day on Tuesday. She's off on Wednesday, full day Thursday, half day Friday.
Yep.
And then off the weekends.
This next week I've got my boss is actually out, so I will be working all week as long as I can hold out for it. For full days.
Yep. And if not, she won't.
Yeah, if not, then I'll work what I can.
Susie said, congrats on being pain-free.
Thank you. Dean said, I was wondering why we were here in a train all night long, all the way over here in Georgia.
Oh, yeah. It's loud. Loma said, so glad you're doing amazing.
Thank you.
Carol said it was nice to see that you guys visited the Eddie family. Yes, that
We
was
had a great
fun trip.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're gonna have to plan our next one now.
Yep.
Part of it was waiting to see how the appointment today went, which
Mm-hmm.
it might dictate what we can do. But
Yeah.
I know we had a fun time, and the kids love being together too.
Oh,
they
yeah.
they all get along well.
Mm-hmm.
Kid takes the news okay about the sheep. I mean, as good as could be
So-so.
expected. I mean, it wasn't great, but
Yeah.
I mean,
They're doing
they're
better
better
now.
now. Right away, not so much,
Yeah.
but
It took a little bit, but they're doing a little better.
yes,
Hearing a train, spell check.
yeah.
Isabel says, so glad you're doing so well. Thank you. Retha said, so glad that you got a good doctor's report.
Yes.
Yes, we are
Us too.
too.
This is crazy. 9 years.
I know.
Yeah, it was. Because like I said, it was 2015. She got meningitis, and then things just went downhill from there. And like I said, we tried. It was 7 or 8 different neurologists at 3 or 4 different hospitals or settings, so where they weren't tied together.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Yeah, 4.
4.
But some of them, within the same hospital system. But some of those, they were obviously some of them in the same hospital system.
It's 4 different systems.
Yeah, 4 different systems, but
7 or 8 different doctors.
Yeah.
So a couple of them were
Yeah.
the same, but like I said, we try one. They would just, like the very first one, just try to push pain meds and call it
I did go back.
fibromyalgia.
I was like, nope, you're not going to label that one. That's clearly not what this is.
Yeah. And so he did that and tried to throw meds. So we didn't even go back to him. And then
Plus, we waited like 4 hours past our appointment time. We about walked out.
Yeah.
And
then it was just
terrible.
It was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
They did a lot of testing and stuff like that. And nobody could ever
many.
find anything. And so it's just like, let's throw some pills at you and see if that'll. And I'm just like, no. So it finally got where our PCP was actually managing it better than any of the neurologists were. And
yeah,
like I said, he and his wife were both doctors, and I think they did a bunch of research doing whatever they could help, because it was just like the failed attempt after failed attempt, and he was doing more for them what they were.
Yeah.
And so, but it's still, that's what we kept saying. I was like, there's got to be something causing this. People don't just hurt for no reason. I was like, we just got to keep trying. Like I said, we gave up for a while because we didn't see anybody for a year and a half or so. And finally I was like, she started getting worse. I was like, we need to just give it another shot and see. I was like, if we have to, we may have to go to a hospital out of state. And I was like, we're going to find somebody that can figure something out. And thankfully, they sent us to this neurosurgeon, and he found it and fixed it.
Yeah.
Even though it sounds like he was kind of somewhat doubting himself, but we're glad that he took the gamble.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we did too, because like I said, it was
I kept resisting and telling him, no, nobody's going to do anything different. And he's like, no, you're getting worse. You can't just keep getting worse. He's like, well, you can, but it's not okay.
Yeah.
So
I was like, let's try it at least one more time, or we'll just keep trying. I was even willing to go out of state. I was like, I know our insurance won't cover it, but we're going to figure out something.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, this one was great. Figured it out, and looks like it's going to work.
Yep. Lama said, I take stuff for my migraines. I'm trying to figure out something to work for me too.
Yeah. Migraines are rough. I've only had like one that I can remember of in my whole life, and it was bad. And Kessin, then we can find an auction to go hang out at. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we do need to find that, which I know there'll be one in October, but we need to find one before October.
Yes.
Lynn said the girls have been amazing in helping.
They really have.
Yes.
Yeah, they've been awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's been, like I said, like they've still been doing their normal farm chores, but they picked up a lot around the house too. Like, it's funny watching them, like they were washing and drying clothes, and like one day, like Abby's like leaned all the way, like her feet hanging out. Izzy
Izzy had
holding
her ankles.
holding her so she could reach the bottom of the washer to drag stuff out. I was like, I come in, I was like, what in the world are
We
y'all
have-
doing? And they's like, that's what we have to do to reach it.
We have an extra large capacity washer and dryer, and they don't have the agitator in the center.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty deep, and I couldn't bend over and get stuff, and even with my grabber, I couldn't pull all the clothes out without, being afraid I was going to pull more than 10 pounds.
Yeah.
So
no, they did great with that. Izzy loves to help cook,
and she has taken on vacuuming and mopping. She thinks that is the most fun thing. Abby likes a little bit of vacuuming, and Abby will dust, and Izzy will dust too. But Izzy's like, it's house cleaning day, yay! And she'll go pull all the stuff out, and I'm like, okay.
and probably the best part of it all, because we haven't told them yet, but like they didn't get any extra allowance or chore money that they knew of. We're going to give them something because they've done so much extra, but they did all this without knowing that. They just did it because they knew it needed done, and they were willing to help. So
yes,
we're going to reward them for that, and we might
sure
take them to go do something fun too, just for all that. Like I said, the main thing, we were trying to get to this appointment to see what things were going to be like, so we didn't know what she's going to be released to do, what not, and all that. So
Lynn wants to know what's my occupation. I'm a physical therapist assistant. I work in an outpatient clinic, so that's why I'm able to go back, because if I was working in any other type of setting where I had to lift on patients, he was not going to allow me to go back for another 2 months. So
thank goodness.
But my boss was like, whatever restrictions you have, we will work around them. So
Loma wants to know if you're able to lean over now.
I'm allowed to. It didn't feel the greatest because I've been over to grab something slowly, just like 90-degree bend forward earlier. It didn't hurt. It just didn't feel great. So I'm just gonna have to ease into that. But I am allowed to. So.
Carol said, glad to see you have a doctor that's taking off medication, not pushing medication. My mom had a doctor like that. Yeah, and that's the thing, because evidently he's pretty anti hard meds anyhow, because like the strongest thing she got was a Tylenol 3. That's all that he would give her for, even after the surgery. Tylenol 3s was like the pain meds that he would give, and he's like nothing else. And so,
and he gave me 10 days worth, and I didn't even have to take all that. So that was really good too.
Susie wants to know if we did chocolate gravy at the Eddie's. Actually, the chocolate gravy conversation came up after we were back.
Yeah.
So no.
But
if they come out here,
they will be introduced.
Fix them up.
Lynn said, my husband is the driver. My driving is impaired because of autoimmune craziness. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's never fun.
And Loma says that she understands that, gone round and around with them pushing pills.
Seems like that is the norm with migraines or neurological stuff. A lot of things, honestly. But
because my thing is that might help the symptoms, but there's something that's got to be causing it. I mean, like so they may not be able to ever figure it out, but there's got to be. I mean, it doesn't just automatically start. I don't think.
No,
something's got to be triggering it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Continue prayers for full recovery. Thank you.
Nick is late.
He is very late.
You missed all the exciting stuff.
Dean said, I was worried your brain was going to leak out.
It was. That's why they had to do the surgery. It's about to fall out of the back of her head.
Yeah, that's what he told the kids.
Pam's a nurse and wants to know if you can briefly explain Chiari malformation.
Yes. So
my dumbed down version is her brain's falling out of the back of her head.
Yes, but not really. It is where the cerebellum, which is the back part of the brain, it's normally supposed to stay up in your skull, no problem or whatever. But with Chiari malformation, the cerebellar tonsils, which are the base parts of that cerebellum, they protrude down through the opening in the skull and like press on the spinal cord. And that's where symptoms come in. There's a lot of people who have it and never have any symptoms, or they're super mild and they don't do anything with it. But mine was a mild malformation with, more severe symptoms that were just getting worse. So
Yes.
that's why he did the surgery on me. But yeah, he had to go in there and he had to make the opening of the base of the skull bigger. He opened up the covering on the brain, exposed the meninges from like and around the spinal cord and everything. And that's where they have to worry about the cerebrospinal fluid leak. But he went in there and he shaved down the cerebellar tonsils to make them, I guess, fit back up in there where they're supposed to be. Because it's kind of like, I guess, your other tonsils, how he was explaining it, that particular area doesn't actually have a function
or they don't know what it is.
Or they don't know what it is. But he said there's no harm in shaving that down. But then he put a patch in there and to actually support everything, and then closed everything back up. And I have a nice incision running from like I guess where the dip is, like at the base of your skull, down to about midway down my neck. And yeah, that's what they did. Sometimes they have to do stuff with your like actual spine, but like fusions and stuff. But I didn't have to go through any of that because everything was still stable, thankfully.
Lynn says she takes magnesium for her migraines.
I have heard of that.
Dean said the kids are going to get a bonus.
Yes, for sure.
Lynn said at least you can look down now.
Yes, for sure.
Oh, there's your mom.
Hey, Mom. The girls were here a little bit ago, but Izzy was sleepy and Abby was
crazy,
goofy.
Yeah, she was getting so tired. She's being goofy. Which I haven't heard her moving around, so evidently she fell right to sleep.
Well, she rolled over and she said, "I'm going straight to sleep." Dean said, "Even if you're not allowed to do it, if it's not comfortable, listen to your body."
Even
Absolutely.
if you're allowed.
If you're allowed to, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's what I told him.
Nick said they're doomed to the ball field for one more week.
Gotcha. Oh, and
Lynn has to be on pain pills for osteoarthritis. She hated it because people give her a hard time. The thing is, I mean, if that's what it takes, it's what it takes.
Yes, and nobody should.
They shouldn't judge because they don't.
No.
I mean, most likely they are not having to deal with it, or they might be in the same boat. So
yeah,
I would not worry about that.
Jessica said, Justin said, "Yep, had to change your batteries." Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, Cowboy says night night.
We'll be right back, hopefully. Night night, Cowboy.
Pam said, "Thanks for explaining. What's the cause, or do they know?"
They don't know, but it is possible from looking at my dad's autopsy report that he had Chiari, or what would be now classified as Chiari, when he passed. Not the reason for it, because he passed of heart issues, but it's very possible that he also had it, and it could be a genetic thing. So we don't know for sure.
We don't really know, but it all got triggered when she got meningitis.
Yes. And he said meningitis wouldn't have caused it, but I guess our PCP was talking about it.
Yeah.
When we talked to him. He said it wouldn't have caused it, but it could have definitely accelerated some of the issues from it. And aggravated it, yeah.
I don't know, but like I said, that's just when she had meningitis in 2015, and like I said, everything went downhill from there.
Yeah.
So that's when all the nerve issues, migraines, and all that. And they said that it could have been scarring of the nerve endings or something, but whenever he's up in there, I guess they checked for that, and that wasn't the issue. Because he's like, he could fix the ones that are right in the area, but he's like, if it's like all around your whole brain, there's no way to go in there and fix all those. So he's like, if that's it, then it's just maybe something you have to deal with. Yeah. But thankfully, he didn't mention finding any of that in there whenever he was doing it. It was mainly just like I said, once he got in there, he said the tonsils were
pretty large,
bigger than what the imaging had showed, and all that. So
Shan says, "I'm late."
Oh.
That's all right.
Yep, that's all right.
Thanks for joining. But yeah, so that's what I've been dealing with, and improvement's definitely been good. He asked if any other symptoms I'd had too when we were in there today, and I told him about, because I had started over the last couple months before surgery, I started having some balance issues and some dizziness, which I didn't really, I didn't even, register in my mind anything about that whenever I went in for my first appointment.
She's
Until
always been a little unsteady.
and wow. But it didn't even register. But then after I was doing research, I was like, you know what? I have been losing my balance, because one of my coworkers had said something to me, because I turned really quick one day and almost fell. And so he was asking me about that, and he said, well, is that better? And I said, now it is. I mean, initially after surgery,
She had
I
a
was
bunch
pretty
of
unsteady.
Yeah, she had dizzy spells for a few
lot,
weeks.
yeah. But then about a week and a half ago, they were really getting a lot better. And then I think I've had one very, very, very mild one in the last week.
Was it? That's when we were outside doing what you got hot.
Yes, I got too hot. As long as I'm not, I don't get too hot, then I'm okay.
Good night, Pam. Thank you so
Good
much.
night. Loma said she gets vertigo with her migraines. Yeah, though. Whenever I'd have my bad ones, that would be, I'd be a lot dizzier and more unsteady.
Yeah.
Never true vertigo, but anybody who does, I hate that for y'all.
Yeah. But yeah, so the next appointment is in 8 weeks. They
To
said they would call or
me.
email with it.
She'll email, because
Yeah. Not sure what that will entail, because they said something about she might have to get scans done or something before the next one. But I'm not sure if they didn't say anything about it now, but that might be whenever they schedule the appointment.
Yeah. My appointment card in my app will show me if I've got scans or not. But she had said something about they would have to do scans to be able to release me for, full duty and, just whatever. So.
Yeah.
Loma said heat will make it horrible. Yeah. 3B's back for now. Gary said, praying for your recovery.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Dean took 2 spills today himself.
You better be careful.
Yeah. Just make sure it's on soft ground.
Nancy said it took a physical therapist to diagnose my husband with central vertigo. Gotcha. Lisa says, love y'all's channel. Been watching for a while, but new subscriber. Everyone subscribe and like. Give them some love from Bassett, Virginia. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, Mother of Dragons.
Sending prayers. Thank you.
Prayers.
Yeah, I am so thankful to be.
Yeah, because like I said,
doing much better.
We were hopeful whenever we did, but I mean, like I said, the fact that he was neither yay or nay. I mean, you just wondered, because we toyed with it for a while, but it didn't take very long to make a decision. Because that's one thing I asked initially. I was like, so if she has this done and it doesn't, and that wasn't the issue, can it make things worse? And he said that it wouldn't. Them doing the surgery would not affect her symptoms that she was having if that wasn't the case. So we were like, okay, it's expensive to do, but it was, if there's only a chance of things being better and not getting worse, then we decided it was worth the chance for us.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, ultimately it was Kimberly's decision, but
a
lot of times her thinking about how much stuff costs will regulate her decision. So I was like, don't even worry about the money of it. Just
on the plus side, deductible and out of pocket's met.
Yeah. Yeah. Fighting the hospital about the bill is another thing, because they overcharged us. But
and we paid the day of surgery. So
yes.
We're just trying. We're having to.
Yeah, their estimate was a lot higher than what the insurance actually said we would owe on our EOB, and now trying to get them to see that and give us the refund of the difference might be a challenge, but one day at a time. Let's see. Carolyn says you look wonderful. It's nice to see your joy again.
Thank you.
Whoops.
Dean said one was in the floor in the house. The other one was in the fence post and barbed wire. Oh, hope you're doing all right.
Yeah. Lynn asked if there's any words that we block. Yes, there are some that. Are you trying to say something that it wouldn't?
But yeah, there's a few.
Yeah, there's some in the filter thing that it blocks, but I don't know what all they are, so I don't know. If you're trying to say something that it might be, I'm not sure.
Should I think I did?
Hmm.
It doesn't tell us on here.
Yeah, I don't know how to check and see what's what.
It's like on regular videos, it'll hold it for review, but not on here.
Yeah, I don't know how to check on chats if it does or not.
Insurance companies always negotiate the hospital bills to get them lower.
Yeah. And the hospital showed that part on the estimate they gave us, but it was still higher than, because the way it worked out, they showed we still owed deductible, but while her personal deductible wasn't met, our family deductible was. And so they charged us to finish out her personal deductible, plus their co-insurance amount was higher than what it ended up being at the end. Because I don't know, I guess their final bill was a little bit cheaper than what the insurance or what they'd initially said, or the insurance had negotiated the rates down lower if they had coded something a little different. But even with that, it's not a lot of money, but I mean, it's not a little either. So we've talked to them, but like I said, it's
supposed to be getting a call back or something.
The lady I was talking to she was a little hard to understand, and I don't think she was understanding fully what I was saying, but I was like, we've got documentation that they gave us on the day of surgery showing this, because what it was is they gave a discount to pay it in full on the day of surgery, and that's what we did. But when the amount was different, they weren't showing that discount. And so it ended up being a few $100 less than what we actually paid.
We've got whenever I was about to have the surgery, our insurance, they set me up with a case manager because of the, I guess, difficulty of the surgery and all that. And so I'm probably going to call her and just visit with her about that too. Because she said any issues we had, just to let her know, and she would try to help us through it and help kind of be an extra advocate. So I think we'll get in touch.
Okay, Lynn, I saw a comment, but it was like it was cut off. That was about autoimmune.
Yeah, that's not
here.
Yeah,
but that's not one of them, because that came through.
No, it acted like it was retracted or something, but not by us. It's down further. It's down further.
Hang on, we're gonna see if we. Yeah, it says that 2 autoimmune con is what it stopped at.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what you said after that, but I mean, most of what it has in the filter is like bad stuff.
Yeah. So
I don't know, unless it's just catching something wrong. But
good night, Reba. Thanks for joining us.
Yep. Thanks so much.
And thank you, Charlene. Sending prayers.
Thank you.
And they're always complicated. Yes.
Yes, very much so.
Almost a continued healing prayers. Thank you.
Yes.
But yeah, that's the main thing right now. Is now starting to get back to normal. A little bit more anyway.
Yeah. So, like I said, still restrictions and stuff,
Yes.
but a little better.
A little
But
more manageable.
still don't want her to overdo it because
Mm-mm.
this is not something we want to have to repeat.
No. Yeah, he was, stressing that and stressing that and stressing that. And I was like, no, I don't want to have to go back through this. I was like, this has been great. I don't want it to have to, I don't want to have to repeat. Because now I'm doing much better. And I mean, it wasn't the worst recovery ever, but it wasn't fun. So,
but a lot of it is that it has so many restrictions and it's for
Yes.
so long. There's
Mhm.
no way,
Mhm.
because let's say this is 3 months worth of restrictions and we don't know if there's more after that. So if you
Yeah.
did it again, that would be, that's half a year that you've lost
Yeah.
of your life.
Yeah.
In restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a lot of work to do, but like I said, we're just going to kind of take it easy, and if we get stuff done, we get it done. If we don't, we don't. And like I said, we'll just try harder next year.
Yep.
But there is still a goal of getting a garden put in. It may be a
Yes.
lot smaller garden,
Mm-hmm.
but we want to get some stuff so that we can put up.
Yeah.
Because fresh stuff and freshly grown stuff is way better than store-bought.
Definitely.
Plus, in the long run, it's cheaper if you have a good enough harvest.
Yes.
Especially with groceries like they are now.
One day at a time. Don't rush it. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And that's whenever I told him I was going to talk to my boss about coming back to work, he was like, do you feel like it? And then he's like, if you go back, you better not, overdo it.
Correct.
And I said, yeah, that's for sure.
And then I told her if she goes back and it's too much to work full days or something, then she just needs to tell him, can't do it.
Yeah, and my boss will definitely understand. I've been there for, how long have I been there?
Uh-oh, memory loss.
2018? The 2018?
I don't remember when you left the nursing home.
It was either 2018 or 2019. I've been there off and on. They're definitely a work family. They're really great.
Because you was the you was the rehab director at the nursing home.
I had Izzy in 2017.
20.
I think it was 2019. Maybe the beginning of 19.
It's like in March or something. Whenever you started there, I just don't remember when.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been with them for a long time, and when it was a much smaller clinic than it even is now. Now he's got a couple locations and all that, but their family is great, and
yes, good people.
The day that my last day of working before I had surgery, it was 3 days before my birthday also, and my boss's wife came over, drove over about 45 minutes from
30 or 40
from where
minutes.
they live, brought me cupcakes and a card to make sure I had my birthday little treat before I had surgery, because she knew I wouldn't be there. So I thought that was really sweet.
And while she was off, one of the coworkers brought out a gift basket to the house for her. And we're about 15 minutes from the work location, but she did that on her lunch break from the clinic. It
was really sweet.
Yeah.
And they were all checking in. So I'm really, really thankful.
Yeah. Okay. Mary says, hi there. I'm Mary from Southern California. I am so glad you're doing better, Kimberly. You have an awesome family and I love watching your videos. God bless you all and take care.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Lynn wants to know, is it 8 weeks or 8 weeks?
It is in 8 weeks. So 8 weeks from now.
Yeah, it's essentially 13 weeks from the surgery day.
What she had said before I had surgery was that I would have several follow-ups, which this was the first. She said around the 3-month mark, they typically do scans to see if they can release you for good, or if you need to wait till the 6-month mark. She said somewhere between 3 and 6 months is when you have no restrictions, like you could go get on a roller coaster or ride a slide or something, water slide or something like that. But she said before that, you still have to be cautious and you will have some restrictions.
Because that's one thing that we were checking when we were trying to figure out vacation, because we were like, we didn't, because we are
We like to
big-
have fun.
we love Disney World.
Oh my word, yes.
And last year we went to Universal instead of Disney, and we were sad about
Mhm.
it because it was not near.
We're
as
just
fun for
Disney
us.
people.
And so we were planning on making that up this year,
Mhm.
but we didn't want to go in the middle of summer. But
No.
that's the reason we were checking, because she was like, we were asking restrictions, and like his restrictions at first, I guess, are not like restrictions, but like when you can do anything versus
Yeah.
when you can do something. And so, because at first he's like, oh, it's a short recovery. But then, so we asked the nurse, was like, so is that like free? And then she's like, it was like Disney World rides free. And she goes, oh, that's probably gonna be 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
And so
She said earliest 3, probably closer to 6.
And so we didn't, the reason we were checking is because we didn't know if we wanted to try to do something before the surgery or after. But then we got to talking. I was like,
My symptoms
if
were so bad
you
at that point.
go, you're going to be miserable the whole
Mhm.
time. Because, which we don't ride anything real crazy because the girls
No.
don't like crazy
Yeah.
stuff. But just standing all the time, everything, I was like, you're going to be miserable.
Mhm.
So I was like, let's see, in worst case, we can, if we have to put it off till next year,
Yeah.
then we will. And so we're just going to kind of play it by ear and see. But the main thing is not to do anything too soon.
Yep.
But like I said, we love Disney World, and the girls do too.
Mhm.
It's just so expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. But
And
yeah.
so that's one thing too. We got to recoup the vacation fund.
Yeah. Yeah, just a
Or
little bit.
refill. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but okay, let's see.
Sounds like you have a great work environment. Yes, absolutely. Lynn said, I know one of the words. 2 autoimmune conditions, multiple sclerosis and Ehlers-Danlos. Follow the Walls protocol, paleo diet. I found out after I got really sick in 2021.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I know
Yeah. Okay.
what the word
Yeah,
is.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
one of them.
Yeah, it is. And it's
So-
not so much just for general conversation, but if it's used, it's I guess, a monitored word
Yes.
on how it's used. And so that's why we just blocked it so we don't have to worry about it. But like I said, on the normal comments, like on videos, we
Mhm.
can go in and approve. And if it's just
Yeah, and
normal
it's fine.
conversation, we just hit it. But they watch for misinformation, I
Mhm.
guess, about it. So
Yep.
that's why we did that. It's just better safe than sorry. But yeah,
Mhm.
we get what you're saying.
Yes. And neither one of those are fun.
No.
I actually just learned more about Ehlers-Danlos in the last few months.
Ilmes too.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was asking about that if anybody had ever
Yeah, told me I had
mentioned.
MS, and I looked at him and it's like, no. And he's like, okay. But he never brought
Because he
anything
was
up.
trying, I guess, since he wasn't sure it was going, he was trying to rule out anything else. And
Mhm.
so if anybody had mentioned anything else it could be, he was going to
Yeah,
do
he
more
had
research.
a whole laundry
but-
list of questions that he asked me that first appointment,
Yes.
including all the anything I might have been diagnosed with at any point in time.
Yeah.
But yeah, work. The girls will have to start getting used to being up a little earlier since they'll be going to his mom's some.
Yeah. Which I'm on nights for
Yeah.
the rest of this month.
But in a couple weeks.
In a
they'll
couple
have to-
weeks, I'll be on days. So they will have to get up early
Mhm.
part of the week.
Yeah.
3 days.
Mhm.
Because the others, you either aren't at work or late.
Yeah.
Spinal tap. No, you've had 2 of those.
I've had 2 of those, and no, they're not fun. Either in
I
the
didn't-
moment or later.
I didn't even like watching them.
Yeah.
That's a long needle.
And the first time was with no sedation.
Yeah.
That was really not fun. Second time, still not fun, but at least they gave me something to help.
It was kind of interesting though getting to watch. Because I mean, it's weird. Like they just stick it in this clear liquid, just starts dripping out.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that is so
First time I
crazy.
had active meningitis, and I mean everything hurt. The light, I mean sound, just laying there. And then he was telling me all about it, and I was going, I don't want to know. I don't want to hear it because then I also felt sick
But
as part of it. So
it's just crazy because I mean, you expect when a needle blood to be coming out, and like I said, it's just this clear liquid that's just dripping
spinal
out.
fluid, yeah.
And I was just like, that's the craziest thing. But that was a huge needle, like long. Wasn't big around, but it was long.
I don't do needles.
Nope. Sure don't.
Loma says she's had one too, and they're not fun. Nope.
I don't want to have one. Hope I don't have to.
Yeah, especially after watching me have two.
Yeah.
Because he was in the room with me for both of them.
Yeah. But let's see some upcoming stuff.
Yep.
Like I said, you'll get to see some videos from the Eddies.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I
Yep, we
said,
have a
we
couple.
didn't film a whole lot there, but we did some.
Mm-hmm.
And then also there should be some gardening stuff coming up soon. It's still a little while out and we are super late on it, but you can see how it works out with us because being this late in the game, I know we'll still be able to get a harvest. I just don't know how much of a harvest we'll get, but because like I said, right now, bug pressure will be pretty bad.
Yeah, because
starting this late. But I know that a few years ago we did fall green beans, like where we harvested
Best
right
harvest ever.
before the frost, and that was some of the best, prettiest looking ones we ever had. They were really sweet. I guess the crisp mornings were they just made it, I don't know, it had a lot better flavor. And plus, like I said, there was no bug, so super clean green beans.
Yeah.
But we'll have to, a lot of the stuff that with seeds we planted before, we're gonna have to replant because you can only do so much water and stuff, and eventually they just get root bound and whatnot, and it's just not good. So a lot of that work went down the drain, but we will bounce back from that.
Yeah.
Because Izzy loves to plant seeds too. Yeah. Abby does, depending on what the seeds are. She, I don't know. Gardening, she likes gardening okay, but she's more of an animal.
She likes picking the vegetables.
Well, everybody likes picking.
Yeah.
Well, there's the butlers.
Hello there. Nancy said good night.
Good night, Nancy.
Good night. Tina and Loma are with me about needles. So
what?
Tina and Loma are both with me about needles.
Yeah. Which they don't bother me too bad. I mean, I can watch them sticking me in my arm or whatever, like donating blood and stuff.
Nope. I especially don't like how many times I had to get stuck in the hospital.
Yeah, which I've got good veins, so
I normally do, but
not that
apparently
day.
not those days.
Let's see. Also gonna do some pin expansions.
Yes, can move some stuff around and
change stuff up a little bit. The little pigs are about to be weaned because they are
everywhere,
going all over the place. They pretty much got trails across the yard and pastures going and visiting everything because they go up and visit the chickens, they go visit the goats, they go visit the other pigs. You just never know where they're going to be. The other day they were up by the emus.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know what they're doing, but they're just all over the place. Dean doesn't like the planting or the picking. He just likes to eat. I don't like weeding. That's my thing. Like 1 year, I planted everything and we mulched it heavily and didn't have any trouble. But then after that, we were behind and the weeds beat us. So if I can mulch this time, I'm going to try to keep stuff down. Yeah. The auction in October, will they have peacocks?
They should.
Generally, yes. Yep. Almost.
In the which it's a different company now, but it was just a little bit less of some like the birds and stuff in the fall this last time. I don't know if that's normal or if it'll even be the same with the new company, but
yeah, and it seemed like the fall was the time to buy. Stuff seemed a little bit cheaper in the fall. So if you're looking to buy, fall is probably where it's at. Spring it's a little bit higher, but they still weren't bad.
Tina wants to know how the 4-H pigs are doing. They're doing really good, but they are spoiled rotten. They love it when Abby comes down there and brushes them and pets them and spends time in the pen with them. So
yeah,
Let's see. Oh, Loma said if I see it, I'll pass out. Ugh. Yeah, I don't feel well if I have to see it. And Lynn said she's like you about needles.
It's jumping. I don't even know where you're at now.
I was jumping around a little bit
Okay.
too. Wants to know where where the auction will be.
Locust Grove.
Yep. Butler Family Farm looking to get more female llamas.
This last
It's
time they
hit
didn't
or
have
miss.
very
They
many.
didn't have very many.
Yeah, it was not good selection at all. There was I think there's one of those auctions in somewhere in Missouri that exotic auction that has a lot of stuff. So
Meg said, "Okay, I'm back. Got interrupted by a phone call. Then a neighbor came over to help cover my plants. We have a freeze warning tonight. Oh wow!
No chance to freeze here. It's hot.
Tina said, "Spoiled rotten pigs are the best."
Yes.
Joan said, "I am so late tonight. Hope you're doing well." Yes, I had a good report at the doctor today.
Yep, you have to go back and catch it, but great news and things are going well with that.
Yep. Jessica said, "When we get back from the lake, we'll be planning a trip up there." Justin said he'll text me. Okay. Sounds good. Hope y'all have fun.
No, they had it's
Yeah.
exotic animal auction.
It's the same.
We've got a video, not this last one, but if you look back, I think you can search exotic auction or something on our stuff and it'll have it.
Yeah.
But they have. I'll just tell what all they have. Let me look.
They have everything from like zebras, camels. They had ostriches, emus, goats, sheep, buffalo. What else? What all else do they have?
I mean, a lot of like
Llamas,
exotic
alpacas.
animals, like wild, like cats and monkeys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which we don't care anything about that, but they'll
It's
have
interesting to see.
kangaroos. I don't know if you said that.
Oh no, I didn't say kangaroos.
Chickens, peacocks,
Sloths.
A lot of. I mean, it's all kinds of stuff. It's really, like I said, the easiest way is to you can either go probably one of our past videos because it's going to be similar, but like this last one we didn't video any actually at the auction, but the ones before that we did.
Meg said I'm in East Idaho. Summer temps will be back tomorrow.
Oh,
wow.
It's crazy.
Dean said Meg has surgery on her wrist Monday. We'll be praying that everything goes well.
Yes.
Jessica said we'll definitely miss y'all this year.
Yep.
Yep.
Brandon said anything you want is at the auction.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
And lots of stuff you don't want. There is tons of stuff there. Like the worst part is probably the smell of the warm room. But other than that, it's not bad at all. Are all of our wait, she said she's nudging Colt. Yeah. It's a little bit of a trip, but it's fun. Are all of our emus friendly? Yes.
Very much so. Like
some of them like being pet more than others, but I mean they all like it at times, but they're all super friendly.
If you walk by and you don't pet them, then they'll grab your arm, grab your shoes, something, because they want to be acknowledged.
Yeah.
Meg said yesterday was rough. Today I'm feeling better.
Well, hopefully all will go well.
Yes.
But I think we're fixing to wind down and call it quits. But if you're just wanting to stay on and hear some more and get some more entertainment, our good friend Brandon and Stephanie are about to go live. I'm going to post the link to their live in there so you can just click on it and hop on over. We're going to shut ours off and they're fixing to go live and we'll see y'all over there. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch y'all next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.